What up, what up, what up? It's Ibn Webb, Quran, the Sun. Got another official thanks thing going down here. An Essex County All Day Edition. Got Eddie McNeil coming on. Some of y'all may know him as Sharif. Hell of a story that he has to tell, and I'm just looking forward to it. Like I said, heard about him, then vaguely forgot about it, but when somehow we reconnected, it all came back to me. Just, whether it's athletics, whether it's the entertainment, whether, be honest, up in the streets, what have you here. Like I said, for him to be here to just share a story, like I said, I'm just ecstatic and just looking forward to hearing from him. So hold tight. We good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we in business. We in business.
We're in business here.
Yeah, we in business. How you doing there? You good? Okay. Nah. Little technical difficulty. It's all good though. It's all good. We both old heads, so we figured it out. Nah.
I'm trying to get my backdrop nice. I want my backdrop nice. You're gonna have to let me show you some pictures, brother. Something.
Nah, that's good. It's no problem at all. No problem at all. It's a pleasure to put a face to a voice and everything. So I really appreciate you taking time out to just to talk with me and share a little bit about your world here. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, good brother. That's how it goes, man. I mean, God is great, man. I mean, He allows us to connect, man. We have a lot of history here at Essex County that a lot of people don't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just one of many, man.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And even with that being said, how did journey Eddie McNeil started? Where did this all start from?
Oh man, I was blessed and honored to come from the great McNeil family, man. Mm-hmm. I started in Newark on Spruce Street. I was born in Beth Israel Hospital, April 21st, 1961, bro.
Yeah.
God brought me into this world, man. Through my mother and my father, who are no longer here today, but they were great people, man. Back in those days, Ibn, we had a whole lot of people that came from a 2 sibling family, the mother and the father. And it's true. It takes a village to raise one person, man.
Yes.
From where I came from. So I was born at Beth Israel Hospital and I lived on Spruce Street in Newark. But back then, I think it was right before the riots because it was 61. And my father, he came from a family of 10 from, what's the name of the block? He came from a family of 10, my father.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's only one of them left. But we moved to East Orange and when I was like, 5, 6 years old. Okay. I moved up with my grandmother on Summit Street, Clinton and Summit in East Orange. So my father, he was a provider. My father was a dog catcher. My mother was she worked for the health department. My mother is very famous from East Orange Health Department. Mm-hmm. So I came from good family. I came from good stock. And then we moved. When I moved to Summit, I moved with my grandmother. My grandmother lived to be 101 years old. It's deep, man. But after that, we moved to right here. After Clinton Street, we moved to Sussex Avenue. That's why I have this shirt on. Little City. That's where my thing really kicked off at. I went to, before that, from Summit Street, I went to Ashland School, which they only have part of the school now. They have more of the school back then. And then when I moved to Little City, I went to Lincoln School. I went to Vernon L. Davy. And that's when I started developing. When I moved to Little City, I played in Oval Park for the Tigers, and the Colts. I played for the Colts because I started out with football.
Okay.
And that's how it started for me with the football. My father was a boxer though, man.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really take to that side. My brother took to that side. So yeah, my father was like semi-pro boxing, man. My father was sharp, Frank McNeil. They call him Machine. But I went to play football in Oval Park, And back then you really couldn't cross over to that side, you know, over 280. That's right as 280 was being built back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to go over to Oval Park from football. And then as my skills developed in football, I started playing basketball through a guy that you know named Rodney Hot Rod Williams.
Yes.
He was my mentor growing up.
Okay.
He was my idol, you know.
Yeah.
And if I listened to Rodney, we still probably would have had this conversation, but it would have ended up different,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I played for the Tigers, the coach from Mr. Miller, Darren Miller and his father. They had a Marlo Croy. They had a long tenure of coaching football. And I played wide receiver, and I was little. Like, this is the biggest I ever been. I was small. But as time went on, I started seeing Rodney in front of my house because I lived right under Rodney, Building 11.
Okay.
He was out there shooting all the time. By this time, Ibn, I'm like 12 years old. I'm in the 6th grade, going to VLD 7th, 8th grade. You know, Rodney was mentoring me,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So as time went on, my parents didn't want me to go to East Orange High because East Orange High was, it was all right, but they wanted me to, they saw something in me. They sent me to Essex Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me to Essex Catholic. And the reason why I wanted to be on this channel, Ibn, is because you're doing something great. This is great what you're doing. And I saw a lot of people that crossed my path, or I crossed their path.
Okay.
So now I'm 15, but before I turned 15, I played small fries. I had switched over to basketball, playing small fries, little lads with Mr. Miles, Mr. Oliver.
Miles. Yeah.
We was traveling to Florida. People like Marty Johnson, Derek Williams, James Gist, who I played in the backcourt with at East Orange,
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Perry, all these guys. It was a conglomerate of players from up the way and down the way. God bless Mr. Miles. He's no longer with us, but his son, Tyrone Miles, is doing a lot of instrumental stuff for the kids now. He's carrying on the legacy. But Mr. Oliver is still living. I see him periodically. You know, I haven't seen him in a while, you know. But that's what I did. I played for the small fries, little lads, and that's how my skills really developed. And with the Rodney, that helped me more too.
Mm-hmm.
But just coming from here, you know, we had a tight knit back when we grew up, you know. We used to have parties and different stuff in Little City, you know, play football. We used to play football on the street in the snow. And we played this game called Lightning, Ibn, because we had a big square, like a cement square. We played this game called Lightning, and you go in there, and the older guys would throw the ball. That's why they call it lightning, because when it hit you, it can knock you out. It hit you like lightning. So anybody from Little City know what I'm talking about when I say lightning. You know, Ricky Osborne, you know, guys like that was in there. Calvin Chance was in there throwing the ball. Darryl Chance, they was older, you know. So as I grew, my father, my mother, they was like, they saw something. They sent me to Essex Catholic, Ibn. I went to Essex Catholic for 1 year. And that's where I met Mr. Shannon.
Yeah.
By this time, my skills is up, but I'm real skinny. I'm thin. I'm real thin, but I'm quick as a cat. And my first step was very explosive, you know. And coming from Little City, that's where I got my heart from. I wasn't no killer or nothing, but I knew all them. And I knew the game because Rodney Williams showed me a lot growing up.
Yeah.
So now I'm at Essex Catholic. And at this time, I was catching the bus. I was catching the bus from I had to do that. I can't. I was catching the bus from Little City, going down to Essex Catholic. Was on Broad Street back then.
I know it, right? Yeah.
Right, it was on Broad Street. Right. And they had a lot of guys down there: Mark Fletcher, Baron Hickson, Mr. Father McNamara was running the whole thing. And I made the team. I made the team. I played with Raheem Williams, this guy named Stanley Craig Ford, Freddie McClurkin, Joe Rito. You heard Mr. Shannon talk about Joe Rito. Joe Rito was a heck of an athlete, a Caucasian guy, had a sweet jump shot. So anyway, we went 26-0 as freshmen. Yes, we won everything.
Yeah.
And I was on my way, you know, but my father lost his job for the city, and that changed everything for me. I wanted to go to East Orange High because back then East Orange High was what was happening, but East Orange High wasn't good for me. I was right where I needed to be at. So I ended up back at East Orange High. And in between the 9th and the 10th grade, I was playing at Branchbrook Park.
Yeah.
I was one of the youngest guys in Branchbrook Park back then. The Blazers, I heard people talk about the Blazers and the Wickets and all that. Branchbrook Park was the elite back then. You had to have game to play in Branchbrook Park. The Blazers was killing everybody, you know. Who else? The other team from down Prince Street. Oh man. They had Poobie Chapman, Derek Easy, Apple, Randy Franks, Tyrese Carter, Bilal. Man, they had a monster team. They traveled all across everywhere and was just cracking jokers.
Yeah.
So I was at Branchbrook, and then I came to East Orange. I played for Macklin as a sophomore. Rob Cole had left. Rob Cole left. Him and Gibbs. You know, Rob Cole made a good move. He left. And I don't know if you had Rob Cole on here.
Nah, but I know he's doing well, and he talks about it again. I know he's been helpful. But yeah.
Oh yeah? You asked Rob Cole about me. Me and Rob Cole, I'm gonna tell you about that later. Me and Rob Cole.
Okay.
Well, he was a heck of an athlete.
Nah, I heard stories.
Rob Cole was a baseball player. A lot of people don't know that. He was great in baseball. Because he came from Washington Park. But getting back to me playing sophomore year, we had a decent year, you know. But then me, being the guy I am, I ain't even play my junior year. I want to run around and act like a knucklehead and got in some stuff and didn't even play. Me and Robert McFarland. And that's when I think Lester was still there.
Okay.
That was 78. Lester was still there, I think. So anyway, I didn't play, but I played in the summer league. I was doing my thing, man. I was
giving it to him. Yeah.
What? My name still ring bells. And I could say that. Like sometimes I talk to people and I say, I'm a legend. They say, why you say? I said, because I can say that.
Yeah.
You know, I can say that because if you don't speak up for yourself a lot of times, Ibn,
who's going to speak for you? Right.
That's where we come from. But back then, man, there was so much talent and so many athletes, like all over, like New Jersey. So by then, I'm in Elmwood Park.
Okay.
Let's change the channel to that.
Yeah.
And we got everybody coming through there. Mario Ellie. We got Tony Duckett. We got Fly Williams used to come through there. All the big greats. Lloyd Daniels, Dow Dawkins, and the list goes on and on. So now I'm in Elmwood Park. I played with somebody else you had on here, Craig Duncan Hines. I also played with a guy whose son played in the NBA and won a couple of chips. Ernest Bynum, Treetop Bynum. His son played for the Lakers. I played for that guy, Ricky Clark. Me, Gis, we had a monster team.
Yeah. We
had Tim Griffin and his brother. Jay Griffin was a high riser, brother. Jay Griffin from Munn Ave out of East Orange. He's not here no longer with us. RP Jay Griffin.
Yeah.
He was a monster, bro. I mean, this guy had like a 48 vertical, bro. I had never seen nothing like this in my life.
Yeah.
So then I'm at Elmwood Park and I'm putting in work. Matter of fact, God rest Cleo Hill, Senior. He was on the books. Him and my man, the legend, Charlie Brown.
Mr. Brown, yes.
Woo!
I had Mark Brown on here too. Mark was on here. I was able to
Mark Brown is was the when him and old Coop used to go at it, that was a treat, man. Like these guys was younger than me. They looked up to me, man.
Yeah.
They looked up to me. Him and Ab Madison. I remember one time I was walking down Main Street and they was like, "Are you Sharif McNeil?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." He was like, "Yo, you got some work, man."
Yeah.
You know, Ira Bowman, Al, Showtime Watson, them guys stayed behind me, bro.
Yeah, nah, I know. I had Al on
here. Them guys turned out to be monsters, bro.
Yes.
You know, Al Watson still training people.
That's right. He's doing his thing. They all doing well. They all doing well.
And I see you have my man on here, Herm Austin. Oh, the bucket. Now that's the bucket. They talk about buckets. That's the bucket. Herm Austin.
Yeah.
I was on an all-star. I was on a team with him when I grew up in Montclair. And I'm telling him to give it to him. He's looking at me because he's looking up to me. And I'm like, Herm, take them jokers, man. Do them jokers, man. You know?
Yeah.
But
that Elmwood, you at Elmwood, you saying, right?
Oh yeah, I'm at Elmwood.
Get back to Elmwood.
I played the Harry James Ron Nelson League. Every year I made the all-star team, bro. Every year. I'm at Elmwood. Then it moved up to Central Playground.
Right.
You know, but then I went in the Army, Ibn. I took my game on the road because I was cutting up, so I went in the Army. You know, from 81 to 84. I went to I was in Fort Clayton, Fort Sherman first, Panama. I went to Panama.
Okay.
Yeah. I played center. I averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 dunks a game, bro.
Just 2 dunks? Center. Just 2?
Just
I'm messing with you.
Just 2. I might have had more. I can't remember, but I fractured my ankle. I fractured my ankle, man. And it was deep because I worked while I played that. All the Marines and everybody came in there for jungle training. It was a jungle training place.
Okay.
And we be in the gym and I'll be giving it to them jokers. Now, mind you, Ibn, I was weighing about 160. I'm 6'2", but my arms, see, that was my thing, Ibn. If anybody knows about me, these arms right here, my arms are long. And that's why people hate to stick for me to play against them. Because I could steal the ball. My hands was quick.
Yeah.
Playing against Gis every day in practice. And we're going to talk about that.
That's right.
So now, I'm in the Army. But I got to back up. To talk about Gis. Before I went to the Army, I played for East Orange High. My junior year, I was in the street messing around. I didn't play. My senior year, Mac was the coach. I made the team, and we were 18-9. But I stuck James Camille Gis every day in practice. That's what made me better, Ibn. And I hated it. But Mac was like, Sharif, you know, that's my other name.
Yeah.
Eddie Sharif McNeil. You're going to stick Gis every day in practice. So every day I stuck Gis, and it was hell, Ibn. But guess what? It made me better. It made me better. And it made me have a whole lot of heart, more heart than I had. And I learned how to steal the ball. I didn't steal the ball a lot from Gis, though. I might have got him, I don't know. But I didn't steal a lot because he was a hell of a ball handler. So it was me, him, and Derek Williams in the backcourt. We had Butch Perry. We had Ellis Haynes. We had Charlie Curry, had one of the sweetest jump shots in history for East Orange. Charles Curry. But man, that East Orange ride was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, we was 18-9. We could have did better. you know, but I had a great time at East Orange. I didn't get to play in the pub that I should have got, but it's all right. You know, I was honored to play. You know, I was honored to play there, man.
Especially with that history. Yeah.
Yeah, with that history, with this that whole thing, man. Like I look at the so I remember a time we played Montclair, man. I had 21 in the first half, didn't it? 21 on Hines and Craig Robinson. I was giving it to them jokers. I was giving it to them. I ended up with 27, but it's all right. You know, but I averaged 10 points a game in 1 year, Eben. And I tell you something else I did. Orange was #1 that year. Rob Cole was on fire.
Okay.
I'm the only person probably in history of high school that held Robert Cole to 8 points.
Wow.
8 points. The week before, he scored 51 on Tyrese and them. Let me tell you something. Robert Cole should have been in the league, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
His son gonna make the league. I truly believe that. And whoever he's coaching should be honored because that guy had so much talent. It was just unbelievable, bro. He was like a god in Orange, bro.
Yeah, he got Jersey Boy coaching him, actually, his son. Danny Hurley, the Hurley boys, he's out, he's coaching him. So, but yeah.
He's coaching his son. Yeah. UConn. But his son was at what you call him and left, right? His son was at Howard and left.
Now
but I watched him. He tough.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that whole Army because everything. I mean, as far as with the streets and just being, being out there. So that was your only choice when getting up out of high school, or your parents was like, you gotta do something, and that's what you're gonna do. How did that whole thing come about?
I made that choice.
You made it, okay.
I was cutting up. I knew that I was gonna do nothing. I said, you know what? I need to make a move. And they took me without a high school diploma, Evan. I got my high school diploma years later.
Okay.
So I went in the Army, did 3 years, cutting up a little bit, didn't get everything. I was all Isthmus. That's like the part of Panama. They was coming in from Air Force and all that, and I was giving it to them. But I fractured my ankle there, real bad. I was jumping back then. And I had a cast, and then I went to the other side. Excuse me. And then I got out, 84, I came home, was cutting up a little bit, but I still was playing. I was playing in the league. I was playing at Elmwood Park. I was an Elmwood Park legend. I mean, I played against, like I said, Merrill Ellie, Dawkins, Rick Mahorn, Mark Jackson, and Rod Strickland was on the fence watching me even while I was doing my thing when I was going to work. I had a chance to play against Mark Jackson, but I went somewhere. I'm glad I didn't. Even he had 56 on them. He scored 56 points. Yeah. I probably would have got 30 or something, I probably would have got 30, But
that's a good game to miss.
Yeah, I don't know, Evan. I don't know because listen, it's nothing like experience, man. It's nothing like it. You learn. See, that's what people don't get. That's why I was so tough because I played against older people. See, when I was 16, I was playing against grown men in Branchford Park. And that's some experience you will never, ever get, Evan, because a lot of people are scared of the challenge. Me, I wasn't scared of the challenge because of where I came from, because my family roots, being a McNeil, coming from Little City, Little City, man, but yeah. And I said, wow, I missed the game. And he was giving it to him because Mark Jackson had this move, this Queens thing, New York thing, where he backed you down. He used his hips and his back. He was the master at that.
Okay.
He was the master at that. But Rod Strickland, I think I played on the same court with Rod. Oh, man, you talking about giving it to him. You cats, boy. You cats was amazing, man. So then I played in the Ron Nelson League. And I played against Hartari and them all the time. Me and Rob Cole were nemesis. I played against him all the time.
You played.
All the time I played against Rob Cole. All the time. Somebody one time wanted to bet $10,000, Ibn, back then against me and Rob Cole, one-on-one, but we never played, Ibn. We never played, Ibn.
How come? Why did it go
down?
Down?
We just never played, man. The guys had the money. They was like, look, Sharif, Rob Cole, what's up?
putting up 10 stacks. So yeah, nobody wanted to.
We
Yeah.
never played. We never played.
Nah.
But I got a lot of respect for him, just like he does for me, man. And but he was a bad man, Ibn.
Yeah. Nah, I've heard stories.
Bad man. Hey, Ib, let me tell you something, bro. But I used to get at him. Going at it.
Yeah.
But that day I held them to 8 points. We lost to East Orange by 1. We supposed to beat them. Our big men didn't show up. I had 18, he had 8. The first time they had 26. And I think I had 16. I had busted my chin or something.
Okay.
And let's go back to East Orange. I played against Martin Wiggins, my cousin Troy Webster was at Valley. Jerry Galicio was tough. Oh man, they had a bunch of back then. They had a bunch of cats that was giving it, you know.
Yeah.
Giving it. But after that, I played in the pro league. I came home. I was doing all right. I was playing in the pro league, doing my thing. Got back in the street, running around. Then I finally got it together, you know, and I played for this team called the Miracles.
Okay.
And we never lost a game in 3 years, Ibn. Some people ain't gonna believe me when I says we did 1,000 jumping jacks. Our thing was conditioning. I played for this guy named John Snow. And
now the Miracle, how did what league or how was that formed?
that was like a recovery league. People that was getting their stuff together, you know.
Got you.
You know, we played Philly, Trenton, Asbury Park, Delaware, and we never lost a game in 3 years because it was conditioned. We practiced at Fairmount, we practiced at Hawthorne Avenue.
Okay.
YMCA. I played with some guys like Mike Carter, Harry Malik Coles. You need to interview Harry Malik Coles.
Okay.
Yeah. Clifford Scott. He went to Indian River. All defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then after that, I stopped playing at about 35, Evan.
Okay.
I had my new thing going on. You know, I started modeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had figured it out, Ev. I was like, you know what? Man, I'm not going pro.
Yeah.
At 35, but I was at 31, Ibn, I was in the greatest shape of my life. That guy John Snow had me in the greatest shape of my life at 31.
All right. You mentioned the modeling. I mean, who introduced you to that?
A female.
It figures.
A female introduced me to that, Ib, and you know, one thing led to another. And I did that from 35 to like 40. From 35 to like 40. Man. Hold it, if I hit the thing. From like 35 to like 40. 40
something.
48, 35 to 48.
Okay.
Somewhere like that. You know, 35 to like 48. I was doing my thing. I was with a couple of agencies in New York. Doing a lot of runway, doing a lot of print work. I didn't get a lot of money, but I got a lot of notoriety.
Okay.
I had stopped playing Italy because the basketball was over.
Yeah, when you know, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know though, Ibn.
It'll just take them a little longer to figure out.
Yeah, I'm still hurting from that ball, Ib. That ball is a beast.
Yeah.
Still hurting from that ball, Ibn. But that ball was good to me, man.
Okay.
You know, it really was, man. And the way I grew up, it was a blessing under the people. You know, it was truly a blessing, man. I look back on my life, Ibn, and I say, God gave me just what I needed because I didn't adhere to certain things and I made mistakes like anybody else.
Yeah, speaking of mistakes, like you don't mind sharing anything? I mean, again, I ain't trying to get too nosy, but like
That's the
No,
past.
no,
I
absolutely
made
not a
some
problem.
wrong moves, even where I could have been overseas or something. I heard Hines talk about he was playing with his brother and he went overseas.
Yes.
I should have been going overseas, but nobody wanted to bother me because I was in the street too heavy,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
in the street too heavy. But through God's grace and His mercy, man,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm back. I've been back,
Yes.
you know,
Absolutely.
and God is the greatest. So I started modeling at 35, and I did a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for about 15 years, man, before I turned professional for 5 years.
Okay.
And it was like maybe one of the hardest things I ever did, Ibn, because you had to be disciplined. You got to eat right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to work out a lot. Look,
Mm-hmm.
you got to go on go-sees. You know what I mean? A go-see is what they call a go-see is when you go see if you can get the job. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because I was gonna ask you exactly what that meant. So but I get it
Go
now.
see if you get the job. You got your portfolio.
Yeah.
You got your shit. Look, you out there. You running. You know what
So
I mean?
you mainly did New York, the
New
East
York.
Coast, so
New
you
York
went
is
all
where it's
over.
at.
Okay.
New York is where it's at. Yeah.
Okay.
I did Jersey too, but New York is where the cast and the big agencies is at. Everything is in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is in New York. You
Okay.
know, Grace Del Marco, the Lions Group, a couple of agencies. But so while I'm modeling, Ibn, I get to do something that a lot of people probably never did. I got to grace the Apollo Theater 3 times, brother.
Yeah.
3 times
Mm.
on the stage,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I was doing off Broadway. I went from modeling to acting.
Okay.
When I was modeling, I shot for the cover of Newsweek magazine. I didn't get it. I got paid. State Farm ads, I didn't get it. I got the money though. Sometimes they give you the money because you'll
Mm-hmm.
go and just shoot,
Right,
you
for
know,
your
because they
time.
might,
Right.
yeah, they might need an extra or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had turned into an actor, yeah. After I modeled for like all that time and did it 5 years, I got with this guy named Shahid, and I made a couple of films. I made a film about the guy Akbar Prey. The
Mm-hmm.
Game is Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I made a film about I made a
Let me
film
ask you
about
about the Akbar Prey. How was it shooting that and putting that together?
oh man. Woo! We did the play first.
Mm-hmm.
We did the play first.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you right here, Eben.
Mm.
You see that? That's the
Yes.
film. You see it?
Mm. Yes.
Yeah, The Game is Dead. We did that one first. Then we did another one called The Turtleneck Gang,
Okay.
which is over here.
Right. Right. Right.
That was about real life bank robbers. Real life bank robbers, Ibn.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, real life bank robbers. The Game is Dead. I mean, the Turtleneck Gang. And then I did my own, Ibn. I wrote, directed, produced my own film called It Is What It Is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I showed it at Bloomfield College twice.
Sound like it was received well for you to have to go back.
Yeah, it was received well. It was about a young man coming from a dysfunctional family,
Mm-hmm.
showing you the judicial system, the welfare system,
Yeah.
and how it affects his life and anybody's life that comes from a dysfunctional family. I really was honored to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Shahid helped me put that together, and I did that, man.
And
God
sometimes
is
even,
good.
I just say even sometimes in that world, I mean, you on the set forever. You're on the set like forever versus sometimes a basketball game, you pay your little 4 quarters, you gone. But so that discipline still had to play a part. I mean, so it's definitely some similarities as far as the work ethic and all that.
Exactly. Ibn, that's what groomed me for that. I believe that. I remember one time we was on the set 16 hours, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah.
Crazy. I was going so hard that I couldn't even wash my clothes. You know, I had to go pay somebody to wash my clothes. And my
Mhm,
boys, my best friend, he was bugging out. He's letting us use cars, and it was very good for me. Shaheed is still at it. I got out,
mhm.
because we went separate ways, but I had a great run, man. I had a great run, and people still ask me to the day, Ibn, oh, you still modeling, man?
Mhm.
Hey, man, I'm not modeling, man. Oh, you should make some more movies, man. I like you.
Mhm.
Da, da, da. I mean, if
Yeah.
the right situation came up, I do something.
Mhm.
But now my daughter's doing her thing. She works for Empire in San Francisco.
Wow. For a small world, interesting you say that. I got a 7-year-old. She just got into it. Probably been for the last couple of years. I remember she made her first like toy box. How excited she was to get that picture on there and be in these little Walmart Target ads. So like so
Oh yeah, it's
she's
money, Ib. If
yeah.
she
So now
start
she
out young, that's good though, Ibn. That's good.
yeah
Look, it's a
yeah.
rough game, but you got to get the right agent. You just got to run, Ibn. It's like a marathon.
Yeah, yeah. For me too, I think for her because she likes it, or but for me the other thing is just some life lessons in regards discipline, learn how to take instructions. So that's how I mean. But the day she messed up in school, the day she act up, the day she stopped doing it. But like I
Right,
said,
right, 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 right.
but the
Let her
life,
do her thing.
but
That's
it's life
right.
skills. It's life skills around that. Being around other people, knowing how to maneuver, even at an early age. That's kind of the reason I got her into it. Once somebody spotted her, but in the same breath, though,
Right, 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 right.
life lessons at that age. Like I said, we don't go crazy, but it's cool though. I mean, like I said, but the thing I think with her, I mean, just she's very humble. Like I said, she won't talk about it or say anything to her friends, and I like that's a great trait to have at that age. So hopefully she stays that way. But now you said your
Yeah.
daughter, you got your daughter, so she's doing her thing. It sounds like,
Woo, my daughter's a singer, man. My daughter was
yeah.
groomed by her mother, her grandmother, man. My daughter's a singer, but she went to Montclair State.
Hmm.
And I feel honored because I contribute to it with the
Yeah,
program by me being a vet. You
hmm,
know, I got
yeah,
two sons, and I got a son too. He graduated, he got his bachelor's, so I'm happy about that, man. I wasn't
yeah.
in their life a whole lot, but I was there. They know who
Hmm.
I am. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
That's important.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But my daughter, man, she doing her thing, bro.
Hmm.
She got a bachelor's in biology. Then she went back and got a master's in entertainment, brother. And that's what she's into. And she
Yeah.
sings, man. Her and her boyfriends, they doing their thing, man. They doing their
Nah,
thing, man.
that's
And
great when your kids are just turn out to be great people here. I mean, that means more than anything. That means more than anything.
yeah, that's it, man.
Hmm.
But I'm really, really, really happy for you, my brother. You're doing something beautiful, man.
Hmm.
Because it's so much talent here that never gets heard, never gets saw. I was blessed to do what I did, man. To
Yeah.
play that ball, and then the guy to let me flip it over and model professionally, then make films, you
Hmm.
know, I
Yeah.
was blessed to do that, you know. And
Nah, absolutely.
I was around some great people, man. I've been around some great people, man. And you one of them, Evan.
Nah, I
You one of
appreciate.
them,
Nah,
bro.
I appreciate. Like I said, I'm just taken back by you and everybody else that's been willing just to share a tiny bit of their world. Like I said, for me to sit here with you, the things I just think was unimaginable or didn't even give consideration because you just never thought it would come about. So for me, it would be sitting here, and I know a lot of people enjoy you. A lot of people like you. I mean, you done met millions of people throughout your life, and everybody got a great story about you. So whether it's the movies, whether it's the courts, just being an everyday person. So absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, that's an honor to hear you say that, man, because I worked on that, man. Coming from where I came from,
Yeah.
man.
Hmm.
I was telling somebody, I said, yo, because me and my man had a dispute, and my man told him the story, and I told him my story. He said, nah, that don't sound like Ed. Ed don't do that,
Hmm.
you know. But I just take it one day at a time, man, and stay humble, Ibn. When you
Yes.
said that about your daughter, that is the key, brother.
Hmm.
God, humbleness, patience, tolerance, because a lot of times we just want it right now.
Yes.
We
Yes.
want it right now. Microwave. These cats want it right now. Microwave. But Rome wasn't built in a day, Ibn. Look at you with your podcast. You didn't just pop up and start that. You took steps, right, Ib?
Yeah. The steps was just trying to just saying, we just do it and see what happens. And like I said, this has been a blast. This has been a blast.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we finally got it. We was around with the computer. And, I was over here and I had, I got my little backdrop. I was like, oh, I gotta get my stuff.
We
right.
good. We good.
Hey, Ib, you see my little East Orange hat up there, right?
No, I peeped it. I peeped it.
Peep my East Orange hat?
Yeah, I peeped it. We good.
We 10-0. We 10-0, man, in football, man.
Man. I think somebody was telling me
Yeah, they're gonna win one this year, God willing. They got Passaic Tech next week, man.
Okay, obviously, because that's the state finals. Is that the state finals game?
Yeah, that's the finals, man.
Yeah, nah. Hopefully, they hold it down, bring the chip home.
Yeah, they got to bring a chip home. They got him, man. It's too much talent here, Ibn. It's too much talent here. Like I know the mayor. The mayor grew up under me, Ted Green. Good guy, karate guy, into the arts, So you had Hatari on it. Hatari seen me put a lot of major work. I put a lot of major work in against Hatari's team, bro.
Yeah, I remember you told me you mentioned a name and I didn't know he could. I didn't know he could get taken. You talk about Mike, the one you mentioned playing against Mike Boyd. I remember.
Oh yeah, Mike Boyd. Mike Boyd was a beast though.
Yeah.
But I used to steal the ball from him like taking candy, man. He hated me. But his brother could shoot too, Terry Boyd. Them jokers shoot. Them jokers.
Terry.
I remember Mike Boyd used to run the project stairs with the weights and the weight jacket, with the weights on his ankles and the weight jacket on his back, bro. He ran them project stairs, bro.
Yeah.
Up to the top. And that was at least 8 floors, maybe 10 floors. When he took that off, bro, it was like he had wings, man.
Yeah.
Mike Boyd, very dangerous. Another guy, man, had a mad game. Elevator Boyd, escalator Boyd. That's what they called him.
That's right.
That's what they call him. They called me Sharif McNeil, the left-handed bandit, Good Deal McNeil, the man with 1,000,000 moves. I had a whole lot of names, bro.
Yeah. It couldn't stick to just one. Yeah, it couldn't just stick to one. Yeah, nah.
Oh, no, I had that much game, man. I was bringing it. I played on a team in Green Acres for a guy named Derek Foster.
Okay.
We won that league 5 years in a row, brother. I had Jello, a guy named Torrey Pelham. You need to interview Torrey Pelham, 2 out of Orange, went to Keene, played with Herman Austin. My cousin, Howie McNeil, that's locked up now. The Griffin brothers, Jello. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
So
5 years, we never lost the game. 5 years we won that. Derek Foster. Shout out to Derek Foster. I want to say shout out to my man that got me on here.
I was going to say Troy, Mr. Chandler. Mr. Chandler.
Troy Ice Chandler.
Yeah,
one of the baddest to ever do it, bro.
I told him,
baddest to ever do it.
I told him just say win whenever you want to talk. Just say win. I had a question. What all this, even not even entertainment, you could count that as well. But the whole sports growing up background, what's that giving you that stuck with you to this day?
Oh, a lot of character, man. A lot of character, man. And how to treat people, man. How to treat people and how to act accordingly when I go places, man.
Okay.
And like I said, first and foremost, keep God first and stay humble, man. You have to stay humble.
Yeah. No,
you gotta stay humble, man. That's what it's taught me, man. It's taught me too that anything can happen, man. If you just stay positive, keep God first, man, and stay prayed up, man. Anything can happen.
That's right. Yeah, so I know you've seen a couple of these. I just wanted to kind of catch you with some straightforward questions as we on the back end, and if that works for you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now let's have some fun here. So, Garden State, the Parkway or the Turnpike?
Man, the Parkway all day. I'm a Jersey cat.
All right. Even with that being said, what's the nicest vehicle you had driving up that Parkway that you could think? What was your baby throughout your life? I know you might have had 1 or 2 babies as far as a car.
Oh no, I got one now. I only had a couple cars. If I got one now, I got a Mercedes-Benz E350 09 that's clean because I was detailing.
Okay.
Clean. God gave me that car, and I'm happy to have it.
Yeah. So you just floating on that Parkway.
Yeah, I'm floating on the Parkway. I get on the turnpike. I got to get on the turnpike and go somewhere, man.
Yeah. Being the East Orange guy, we got Central Ave or Main Street.
Wow, man. Central Ave.
All right. Being another East Orange thing here. We going bogeys. We going to peppermint. I know that's the orange. Bogeys or the peppermint.
The peppermint all day long. The peppermint, man.
All day.
But you forgot about El Castel and Duke. See,
Dukes. I heard it. I heard
that.
I heard it. Yeah, that Dukes. That
yeah.
The other one I wasn't familiar
Bogeys
with.
was nice though. Bogeys was nice, man.
Okay. Now, what about parks here? You mentioned Elwood or Branchville?
Man, I gotta say Elmwood, but North gave me a lot of love, and they still give me a lot of love. These guys was talking at the football game while I was from Newark or from East Orange. I said, I'm from both. I was born in Newark, and I was raised in East Orange. You know, because I played in Westside Park. And I tell you a story about that. I stripped Poobie Chapman one time. I don't know how I got the ball, but I got it. And Mo Layton, which was on your thing, was reffing the game. Okay. He might not remember that. I played for a guy named Artie Johnson at a Weekway. Was a legend. His son, Rookie Johnson, his brother, Freddie Johnson, was a boxer. Artie Johnson. They named the block over there after him. Richie Lou Terrace. They named it after Artie Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah. So I played over there at Westside. I forgot about that. I played at Westside with the Ginyard boys and Ginyard brothers and little green-eyed Rusty and man.
Yeah.
I tell you another guy. I'm gonna suggest to you to get Mike Glover. Him and Kareem Allah was best friends, Lil K.A. But he came out of Urban and Tech. He was nice, Mike Glover. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him about you.
Nah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna spread it, man. Look, I'm spreading it for you, brother.
That's good money. That's good money here. I know you're speaking about games and stuff here. Best game you played in your life. If something just sticks out, I know you probably have many memories here, but is there one that just be like, you know what, that was it?
Had to be Central Playground. I was playing for a guy named Chris. Guy's last name. I scored 51 points. Had to be that game. Ooh, I was on fire. That's the most points I ever scored. I scored 51. I was playing for this crew called Chiba City. Now I played a lot of big games. That East Orange game was a big game.
Okay.
In East Orange too. Yeah, a lot of big games. Where the sideline was just crazy. The sideline, you couldn't even get, and the fights broke out and everything. Because when I played, they loved me, man. My little city crew, man, they loved me, bro. But it had to be an East Orange game, probably, man. That high school shit was bananas, man. It was like we was rock stars, man.
Yeah, like I said, now you had to move, but that 51 point, this with no threes, was you hot just the whole game? As a 1 quarter or two, you just lit up.
I was on fire, man. It was feeding me. I played crew called Chibas, and I scored 47. You know, in Elmwood Park.
Okay.
I scored 47.
Okay.
I said 24 halftime. Cleo Hill will be on the book. Senior.
Yeah.
I was a bucket. I was a bucket too, man. But I really had no shot in it, but my handle was so fast and my arms were so long, I just get to the rack.
Yeah. You had a go-to? Did you have a go-to? Like a go-to move?
I think my go-to move was my finger roll was my go-to move. I laid it over some of the best. Johnny Flood, high-rise jumpers. Joker had a 45-inch vertical. I finger rolled over him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What you call it, basketball or modeling?
Got to be basketball, Ibn.
Yeah.
That's why I went to modeling, because I was still trying to catch that basketball. I was trying to catch something. I had to get something that had hold me, man, because that basketball, man, basketball, man.
Yeah.
That basketball, truly a blessing. And sometimes I beat myself up. Well, I used to. I'm all right now, but it was what it was. I went the way I was supposed to go. It ended up the way it's supposed to end up.
Right.
You know, because it's all about choices.
Right.
You know, and focus. You have to be focused.
Is it a game you like to have back? Is something that just stick out like that? again, it's one that stick out that be like that still poke at you a little bit if you was to think about it years later?
Yeah, I missed some foul shots in Elmwood Park a couple of times. We could have won the chip in Elmwood Park. I say I played 15 years semi-pro, maybe more than that, Evan, because I started when I was 17. I finished at like 30. So it was like 13 years. I missed a couple foul shots in Elmwood Park that really bothered me. I wasn't a great foul shot shooter. Could have been. I didn't have to practice a lot. It just came to me naturally because I was an athlete. Yeah. And Rodney had groomed me coming up. I told you Rodney groomed me. So
yeah.
Shout out to Hot Rod Williams, man.
Now we
one of the greatest basketball shooters in the history of East Orange still. People don't give him that, but he was a shooter.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get him up on here. We're gonna get him up on here. We've been talking.
We gotta get him up on here.
I know someone who should have made it. I don't whether it's to the college, to the league, whatever, somebody who should have made it.
God rest them all. Randy, Rock. What's Rock's last name? Rock, Randy. At Essential, played in the CIAA. Was CIAA played with Surprise. He played with Poobie Chapman, Tyrese Carter, Zaki. He played for Cleo Hill, one of the purest jump shot shooters I ever played against.
Okay.
That was Rock's last name. I can't think of his last name right now. But he died like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, made it. They said, yeah. They had stories about him and Nate McMillan going at it, man. They had stories. They said stories. Randy Franks at a Central.
Okay.
Yes, CIAA Player of the Year. Yes. Yes, he was a man among boys. You know, I went against all of them, man. All of them. He told me one day, he said, Sharif, I said, Dad, Rock, man, nobody wants to stick you. He said, Sharif, nobody wants to stick you either. Rock, for real? But that's how you get better, Ibn, and you know that. You're an athlete.
But you said it too, even in high school, when you had to guard gifts in practice. That's how you get better. Yeah, you said it earlier. Yeah. And speaking of that, your all-time East Orange starting five. Who would you have? This from East Orange. You could be the city, or you want to keep it to East Orange High. Whoever from East Orange.
All right. They had this guy named Greg James at the East Orange before my time, though, but I heard a lot about him.
Okay.
Greg James. Like, I might miss some people. I would have to say Cleveland Eugene at the East Orange High. I would have to say Ernest Edmonds coming out of Clifford Scott, a high riser. Okay. Ernest Edmonds was tough. I would have to say Gary Garland. And I would have to say, of course, Clyde Brash. That's my five.
Yeah. Who's the best ever you've seen from East Orange?
To me, Cleveland Eugene, man, without a doubt. Left-handed, in out, play hard, rebound, defense.
Yeah.
Went to Luther, averaged about 35, 40 points a game at Luther College. Yeah, Cleveland Eugene was definitely one of my all-time.
Yeah. What are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of the way that God allowed me to change my life, man.
Okay, yeah.
So God allowed me to change my life and see the beauty in life, man.
Yeah. Now, as far as what you like What you like most about being Eddie McNeil?
Oh man, I love being Eddie McNeil the most is that the character and the humbleness that my creator has bestowed upon me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because some days the arrogancy could come out, but I have to shut it down, man. Because you know, it's a great thing when you love by people, man.
Yes, yes.
I'd rather have 5 people that love me than 30 that like me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the 5 that love me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I learned
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
This time, this point in your life, this Eddie McNeil, what advice would you give that 18-year-old Eddie McNeil? What advice would you give him?
Stay focused first and foremost. Keep God first. Stay focused. Stay humble, and just enjoy the journey. Enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
and stay around positive people. You know,
Yeah.
because the devil is always at work. The devil is
Mm-hmm.
always at work.
Yeah.
Because the time goes so fast, Ibn. I was
Yes.
thinking about that. I'm 60 now, man.
Mm-hmm.
And only through God's grace am I here, man. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, keep God first, stay humble, enjoy the ride, stay focused.
Mm-hmm. And my last one, what would your parents say about you now?
Wow. They would be happy, man. They would
Yeah.
really be happy the way I turned out, man, because I was
Yeah.
a little knucklehead. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? My stepmother, she's beautiful, man. Alice Brown, man.
Yeah.
She was there when I was down, man.
Mm-hmm.
When I was down, Alice Brown was there for me. My father, they got to see the change in me. My mother, my father. I used to take my mother to dialysis, God rest her soul. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They would be happy. They would be happy.
Absolutely.
They'd be
That's.
proud, you know, just like I want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is their work. You know, God, this is their work.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Nah, Mr. McNeil, I just want to thank you. Thank you. Like I said, when you jumped on, like I said, I knew this was coming because we've been talking, for a little bit prior to this, but I was excited and still excited. And just to learn a little bit more about you that I didn't know this little bit of time. I'm taken back and I'm very appreciative of all this. Like you being officially you somehow has it being officially it here. And like I said, let alone the basketball, that's cute and all that. The modeling, that's cute and all too. But to your point here, just as far as you obviously putting God first and everything else, and just getting a chance every now and then to take a glimpse back at how your journey, how far you come here. I mean, can't say more, but the example, set for many people as far as even including myself here. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, Evan, thank you, man. It's an honor and a pleasure to be on here, man. You know what I'm saying? You're doing some great things, man, and continue to do some great things, man. Keep on pushing, man. Keep
Mhm.
on going, man. Keep God first and just keep on moving,
Yes.
man. You're doing something wonderful, man. Essex
Nah.
County all day. I couldn't wait to get on here, brother, because that's who I am.
Yes,
Look,
yes, yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
spread the word to some other people, man. I had my man that's a boxer. I ain't gonna say his name. I'm
Mhm.
trying to get him for you. He's a professional boxer, man.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah,
man.
I'm
Trying to get
appreciative
some
to
more
even
people
try.
for you, bro. I'm gonna do that. That's what I do, man. I'm a
Nah.
connector with him. I'm a connect, just like you. I'm a
All right.
connect.
Oh, you the plug. You the plug?
I'm the
Yeah.
plug. I'm the plug through God, man. Through God,
Yes.
I'm the plug, man.
Mhm.
You know what
Nah.
I mean?
Appreciate it, and definitely we'll talk obviously way much sooner than later, and I appreciate all of this. So we'll talk
Yeah, yeah.
soon.
I'm gonna get. I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
try to get.
thank you.
I'm gonna try to get you this big time DJ to a friend of mine in Cali from Orange. It'll be a good hit for him, man.
All
You know,
right,
some people are real humble and don't want to.
which I totally understand. I get that, like I said, which I totally get. I totally get that. Yeah, so now I appreciate it. Any help and just anything, even just a listening ear, I appreciate it.
Likewise, if you need something, just call. If I got it, you can get it, man. You know,
All
if I
right,
got it, you can get it, man.
all
You
right.
know,
Now,
your daughter might wanna, but you up there. See, your daughter might want to get with this girl.
as far as now, actually, we're looking. I mean, actually looking down in the city now, doing some stuff, trying to connect with somebody in the city as well too. So I don't mind jumping on them highways.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I got
We talk
somebody that,
offline. Yeah, we can talk offline.
because she got to definitely take some acting courses.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, she's on that now. Well, I was just told that probably about a month ago, so I'm gonna jump on that with her too. So now we'll talk offline with that. Even thank you for that as well. But we'll talk, and I appreciate having somebody else in my life here. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Peace, my brother.
No, definitely. Back at you.
God bless you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
No doubt. All right.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, man. People come into your life for a reason, man. And I think just doing this whole thing has been one of those things as far as all the people I've met, including Mr. McNeil, Sharif, Eddie, to those in the know. I want to shout out Reggie Miller as well, too, our motivation here as well, too. So just wanted to shout Reg out. So, but with that being said, though, I'm going to just slide on out. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.